Is this the best a man can get? Is it?
Even when Allah speaks about the Ahl Kitab, the women from them, there's two conditions there that are real clear. They have to be believers in the book, and they have to be virgins. And here in Australia, I heard about the beach in the summertime. Okay, forget about it.
We can't hide from it.
The patriarchal culture in Egypt is not helping much because women are expected to be silent about these sort of incidents. It's a shame, you know, if you get raped, if you get sexually harassed, you cannot, you know, just go to the media and talk about it.
It's been going on far too long.
Sexual harassment is nothing new in Egypt. In crowded public places like the underground, unwelcome advances, sexual comments and wandering hands are common.
We can't laugh it off.
It's the middle of the day right now, so the metro is comparatively empty. But if a woman were to get into this carriage alone during rush hour when the train is packed, she'd be lucky to escape unscathed.
What I actually think she's trying to say.
A Muslim police officer in Germany has been fined €1,000 after refusing to shake hands with a female co-worker, citing religious reasons.
There is a difference between different people and between cultures. And some cultures, they fit better together and others do not. Does not fit so perfect when you have a complete different concept of culture in your country.
Making the same old excuses.
While it is true that in some Muslim cultures and the practices, unfortunately, of some Muslims may lead us to this conclusion that women are oppressed and deprived of their basic human rights.
Boys will be boys.
See and say, well, why wouldn't women want the right to vote? Why wouldn't Saudi women want to end the male guardianship system so that they could actually have agency and equality under the law to make decisions for themselves?
But something finally changed.
Being a woman in Saudi Arabia is exactly like being a slave. You are completely controlled by your master.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
The Federal Criminal Police Office is aware of a phenomenon of jointly committed sexual harassment of women in public, which is called taharush jamaya. Until now, this phenomenon had not been known in Germany.
Taharush jamaya is an Arabic word to describe group harassment. The type of crime is usually committed by young men during mass gatherings, such as festivals and demonstrations. Usually an inner circle attacks the victim, while an outer circle distracts the onlookers.
And there will be no going back.
18 women and 10 children live here. Each of their stories is unique, but they have all suffered abuse at the hands of their husbands, fathers, brothers, and even mothers-in-law.
He tried to kill me with electric shock. My brother is his brother-in-law, and they are all in this together.
Because
women in the United States have it better than many in the world. They aren't forced into marriage at a young age. They can leave the house without their husband's permission. They can pursue an education, serve on a jury, and vote.
We believe in the best in men.
The consensus of all scholars that if a person changes his religion from Islam to any other religion, the punishment should be execution, death.
Men need to hold other men accountable.
But if you feel that he is defiant, he is fixed on not accepting Islam, it would be advisable for you to shun him, to sever all connections with him, especially if you feel that this would add value and make him feel bad about what he had done.
Smile, sweetie.
Well, see, this is, I think, again, what goes to the natural system is that men are more attracted to visual stimulation versus women. It's something that's been proven over and over in different areas. So this is a way to help them, but it is not, it's not a perfect system.
Come on.
So this is for women to decide. And I think that it's societally maybe a bad move for societies to try to force this on some women, because I know in some countries where it has been forced by men with whips and, you know, punishing women if their hair comes out of their scarf.
To say the right thing.
And what I say is I would much rather have a religion where, as a first wife, I would have to be asked for permission for my husband to take a second wife. So this rules of polygamy actually are a safety net in society. a safety net against what is haram.
To act the right way.
That if she continues even after that, then the Quran says, يَضْرِبُهُنَّ. It says, apply light corporal punishment with a context to it. It must not swell. It must not cause bleeding. It must not cause any breakage. And it must not cause any damage to her skin. So what can you do? What kind of beating is that?
Bro, not cool, not cool.
Secondly, it must not be on any one of her parts of her body, okay, which are the sensitive parts of her body. So what kind of, where that could be? In the bottom of her feet?
Some already are in ways big.
So when Allah said, يَضْرِبُهُنَّ, to them it was something to modify. Because the Arabs in that day, maybe they just take something like this and beat the wife with it.
And small.
Or maybe in that day, the man, he had something like this here to beat the wife with.
Say, I'm strong.
They always can come with the same accusations. This speaker supports death penalty for homosexuals. This speaker supports death penalty for this crime or that. He is homophobic. They subjugate women, etc., etc., etc. It's the same old stuff coming all the time.
I am strong.
And we always try to tell them, I always try to tell them that, look, it's not that speaker that we're inviting who has these extreme radical views, as you say. These are general views that every Muslim actually has. Every Muslim believes in these things. Just because they're not telling you about it, or just because they're not out there in the media, doesn't mean they don't believe in them.
But some is not enough.
So I will ask you, everyone in the room, how many of you are normal Muslims? You're not extremists, you're not radical, just normal Sunni Muslims. Please raise your hands.
That's not how we treat each other, okay?
Everybody, mashallah, subhanallah. Okay, take down your hands again. How many of you agree that men and women should sit separate? Please raise your hands.
You okay?
Everyone agree. Everyone agree. Brothers and sisters, subhanallah. So it's not just these radical sheikhs then. Allahu Akbar. Next question. How many of you agree that the punishments described in the Quran and the Sunnah, whether it is death, whether it is stoning for adultery, whatever it is, if it is from Allah and His Messenger, that is the best punishment ever possible for humankind. And that is what we should apply in the world. Who agrees with that?
Because the boys watching today.
Under Islamic law, is it punishable by death if you are homosexual?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's punishable by death.
Will be the men of tomorrow.
Get lost! Right now! Show your face this side! Hey, bloody hell! Get lost now!
Be the best a man can get.
Are you upon the mission of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Do you believe that Izaruddin will be established? Do you believe that the Sharia will dominate? Do you believe that democracy will come under our feet? That we will destroy America? We will destroy Britain? That all of these leaders, they'll be under our feet? Do you believe that? Because if you believe that, I will see it in your actions.